What if I told you this was homemade? Let's go and take a look.
It takes one cardboard box to make a mannequin called Doris. A lot of trial and error tailoring the perfect corset for yourself. And some foam floor tiles to realise you're onto a winner. I found a company who makes specialist laminate birch ply. They do some really funky stuff with roll-wrapped tubes, but that's for another time. I was there to pick up some oven mouldable 2mm ply. It's a bugger to cut nicely, but I got there in the end. You get the picture.
So I've been given some advice by Mahogany OY. They told me that the wood needs to go into the oven at 120 degrees for about 2 minutes for it to become bendy. I'm going to do a test piece first to see how it works. So, it is bendy and it stays bent. How cool is that? Oh, we love this. Yeah. How long does it take to set? You didn't tell me that. The spring back is really bad. So, don't know what I'm going to do about that. Nice and bendy. Some little hairline cracks. So I hope it's strong enough. I'm sure with enough layers we'll be fine. Straight from the offset, you can see it has, the springback's been quite significant. I'm hoping that springback on the gluing process is maybe 10-20%. Springback on the bending process is maybe 10-20%. So if I combine them, hopefully go back to 5%, see what happens. So here it is. It's nicely bolted together for the first time, and you can see I've added an extra load of hinges to the side so that depending on what I'm wearing, if I'm wearing a big jacket or whatever, it opens up nice and widely now. I noticed that as I was trying it on, I'd fitted it perfectly to me wearing a jumper, but the moment I put any more clothes on, that wasn't going to work. And I live in Finland, so sometimes it gets really, really cold. I'm going to need a bit of girth. Also, the top hinges don't articulate anymore because it's all fixed together, and the tighter it got, the less they moved. That's obviously understandable because there's an angle there and the hinges are never going to work on an angle. I've tried to fit it over my head. And it doesn't fit. So instead, I'm going to cut out some D shapes here. We're going to get rid of this piece completely. I'll put these strap bits there, and we'll have two separate straps going to there. Then these hinges will work perfectly. I'll get it over my head, and hopefully the build part of it will be finished. I can paint the thing and attach the top bits, the bungee, and we'll have a working 4th axis gimbal stabiliser.
As none of this needs explaining, I will say YouTube are rightfully going to give me a copyright claim on this video, but as I'm pre-revenue,
I see a red door and I want it painted black.
As ever, if there's space for me to fit in my company logo, I plaster it wherever I can. I'm doing my best to bring it into public consciousness. I recycled some leather trousers to make the pads. I bought some telescopic monopods and ball heads for the arms. And some bungee in the company colours. Skip to a massively long time later. I thought I'd finished. I took it out in the field and I used it with a gimbal on top of it, and I've discovered my hips are not here. They're here. And if I want any of the weight to be distributed around my hips, not on my lower back, then I've made it too short. So when the gimbal is on, all the weight is pulling around my stomach and it's all flying off here. There's nothing on my hips, which means that everything is on my lower back. So skip to a short montage of me making it a little bit longer, but then it'll be finished. I'll be able to explain it in more detail, and it'll be finished. Colin Furs, this one's for you. So there's one more bridge to cross. These bits are flapping around really, really badly, and they still put quite a lot of weight on my shoulders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock them together, but with a temporary locking system, so I can obviously get it over my head, and then all the weight will be on my hips, and it'll be a much more stable beast. But it's longer, and it works. I do truly ridiculous things. But this, I think, might be my finest project yet. This is DIY at its finest. The jogging test. I jog. How bad's that? Let's check the horizon, shall we? I jog. This is absolutely incredible. I can feel very little weight on my shoulders. There's a bit on my chest, there's a bit on my hips. There's nothing on my lower back. I could wear this all day. I've never held a gimbal for this long before in my life. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. There's so much more a bit like it on my channel. I like to do DIY projects to assist clients. I like to do DIY projects to give me kit that I can't afford. It bloody works! Look, Mum, no hands. So, I think we're done. I think this might be sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the time roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time.